Well, as promised, let's go live now to London, talk to Sara Firth. She's been following that historic public testimony by the UK intelligence chiefs for us. Hi there, Sarah. So can the British public rest any easier? Has everything been explained?
Well, in that hour-and-a-half session, we certainly had some interesting questions put to the three chiefs of the spy agencies here in the UK. As to the answers, I'm not sure that everyone's going to be fully satisfied. Now, I'm going to take you through, because there was a wide range of issues discussed here. We'll take you to the juicy bits, if you like, because obviously this questioning coming at a very sensitive time on the back of the Edward Snowden revelations of mass surveillance. Now, we heard a question put to the chief of GCHQ, Sir Ian Lobban, the quieter of the three, I think it's fair to say, throughout the entire session. Now, he was asked why it was necessary for the majority to have intelligence gathered in the attempts to catch the minority that are doing wrong. And he answered that with an analogy of a haystack, so trying to find a needle in a haystack, essentially, saying that they don't look at the innocent hay, if you like. It was an analogy that he used a fair bit in that questioning. It's already attracting a little bit of ridicule online, perhaps a little bit vague, but also when he was pushed later on in that session to substantiate some of the claims that are being made about why this surveillance takes place, and claims that are made in public. He said, one of the questions being that the public support the agency's powers, but they want more transparency. His reply to that was, look, if you're a threat, or if you're in contact with someone who is a threat, you may be being monitored. If not, then you won't be. So a fairly predictable response. I think we've heard similar before. We also saw the MI5 chief, Andrew Parker. He was pushed on his claims recently that the Guardian revelations had been, as he'd said, a gift to terrorists. Now, he was asked to substantiate that claim, and he said it would be difficult, but he could do it in private. Now, here I think is really the crux of the issue with what we've seen taking place today, because it is the first time this open evidence has been given. It's been described here in the UK as historic, but right at the start of that session, we heard it being said that witnesses wouldn't be asked to reveal anything secret, so you were never going to get that in-depth, detailed information that a lot of people have been requesting. But also a lot of the answers that we saw from the chiefs, especially from the GCHQ head, were essentially saying, look, take it on trust. We're not snoopers. The GCHQ boss saying, my staff don't do that. If they were asked to snoop, they'd walk out. And I think the problem here for the British public is that with those answers, being asked to take a lot of this on trust, is they're going to say that much of that trust has actually been eroded in the wake of the Edward Snowden revelations. So it's certainly going to be interesting seeing the information as it's combed over, as we said, the first time this sort of thing has taken place, but certainly I think a lot of questions in many of the members of the public's mind that will have been left unanswered.
Sara Firth in London there, thanks for the update.